Is it recording?
At this point of the video, I played some music in the car and I realized two things. One, you can't really tell the difference between the before and after with the microphone. It's there, but it's very subtle. And two, I can't play that music because it's completely copyrighted and my video would get striked. So I'm just going to show us putting the speakers in and explain my experience with them.
It doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't sound crisp or good. But the bass speakers on these aren't bad at all.
I think they came with wiring. So it came with that again because it's free, but they're probably not going to fit just like last time. And it came with those. Yeah, I just got the front two speakers. I can get tweeters later. So these have tweeters in them. So with my research, they said I should take the top tweeters out of my car. And then if I want them to sound better, even better later, put new ones in. But I should take the top ones out. So I'll have to double check, but from what I read, it won't use the tweeter in the speaker if this is wired up, but I don't know. That was just some quick research. We can look it up again. I think that has to come off first, yeah. There's two more, yeah, on the bottom. Wait, you gotta pull this handle out. You can slide it through, so you unlatch this. It just pops out. There you go. Those are what?
Said to use the factory wiring.
I think so.
That's what those are.
Yeah.
We're gonna hook those tweeters up to the battery because they're wired in.
You want to do that now?
Anytime you're working on electronics in a car, it's a good idea to unhook the battery. Sometimes even if it's not electronic. Just be safe.
Yeah, it worked a lot better though. Good. Brian wants to know if we can have the keys for your car because we're gonna try and fix the rattle.
Yeah. And then I was gonna ask, I do have all the stuff to redo the golf cart. I was gonna do it, but if that's something you guys wanted to do, you guys are welcome.
What do you mean redo?
I've got paint to repaint it. I've got a new steering wheel for it. Kind of make it like an old buggy.
Sure.
But then Chris was like, well, ask the boys. They might want to do a video out of it. So
Yeah.
you guys are welcome to do that.
I mean, you could also do it with us
Yeah.
if you don't mind being in the video.
What you guys doing?
New speakers.
Ooh.
Oh, they're Pioneer. That's why they weren't bad. These will be better though.
My car will took the bracket off of that.
Yeah, let's just see. Let's see if these work. Let's see if that even matches up. Does it? Really? Wasn't it these tabs that were in the way?
No, nothing lined up.
Oh my God. Wait, that has to be the other way. Is that how it would go? How would it go? It go like that? It said on the install guide that tabs might have to be ripped off on the
Oh, it says you put this on, and then you put the speaker.
on the outside.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fit like that. Oh, these are the tabs. Those tabs. This and this. Okay, so it'll actually work. I'm gonna try to break the tabs off. All right, so it has these little tabs right here. Those have to be ripped off for it to fit. It lines up and it fits in. Perfect. The old and the new. What's up? Hardware store for a drill bit? You can't get those out?
Nope. is I don't have any steel ones.
Okay.
They're small enough. That's the only steel one I have.
Okay. Maybe I'll take the other door off or something. All right. Brian's headed to the hardware store to get a new drill bit. He couldn't quite get the old rivets out. You always want to be a little careful when you are prying these off. We've done it a lot of times, and a couple times we kind of scratched all the plastic up. Oh, that one popped out. Let's put it back in. Put this tab back in. There are these little holes. I don't know if you can see that, but this tab will just slide right into it like that, and it's good to go. Sometimes they stay in the door too. So a couple of them stayed in the door here. Sometimes they break too. You can buy a whole thing of them on Amazon for pretty cheap though. What color were you thinking of doing the cart?
I got like a greenish color.
Green?
Yeah, think of like an old buggy.
Okay.
I got a new windshield. It looked like old school.
We want to get good at painting too.
I think I got a spray gun. The steering wheel is so cute. It's like wood vintage buggy steering wheel.
I'm down though. That could be really fun. It'll be a ton of work. It'll probably take a full day, maybe two.
Yeah, it'll take
Maybe.
a bit. But
Actually, if we're
also-
painting, it's going to take multiple days.
Yeah.
But
this off.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, I already got all the stuff for it.
Cool. Sure.
Water, Coke, energy drinks.
Energy drinks tempting. Sure, I'll do that. Thank you. Trying to pull this tweeter out. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What?
Isn't that cute?
That's so nice.
Yeah. I've got all the stuff. Got this. I got a huge thing of dent repair for cars. See the vintage feel though? Isn't that cool? That
Yeah,
was the first thing I got for it.
that's beautiful.
And it fits just on a generic.
Dang, that cart's gonna look good. Oh, nice. I just unwired the tweeter real quick. Did you do that on this too?
I'm about to mention self-tapping screws, and for anyone who doesn't know what those are, these are screws that can drill directly into metal and then stay there permanently. They're really useful for projects like this. I love them.
We're also gonna need self-tapping screws. I'm excited. I hope they sound good. Do you need self-tappers, or do you think normal screws will work?
How they get into one.
At this point, we tried a bunch of different sized bolts to see if we could find one that fit perfectly into the hole that was already there. This was in order to see if we needed to use self-tapping screws or not.
So you got a smaller one, you're just gonna use a bolt?
I'm gonna see if I can get bolt on that.
Okay. So I gotta hold it? Yeah, it should work, as long as you can get it tight enough it won't rattle.
Yeah, that's the only problem. How did we do mine?
Self-tappers.
That works?
Yeah, what we did was we rotated it. We rotated the whole thing, and we went straight into metal with a self-tapper.
Do you want to do that?
Probably less likely to rattle. I feel like this.
This is good.
I feel like that's gonna rattle. Okay, I can hold it.
We did it into the steel.
Yeah, we did it straight into the steel. We basically, so we lined it up, and then we rotated it to the left like that. Make sure it's on the flat part of each. Yeah, I'll hold it. So then those shouldn't need self-tapped. They should line up with the holes. Positive, negative. Wait, where's the cable gonna go?
I was supposed to put the
Wait, can you pull them out, stick them through here? And there's no left and right orientation, right? Okay.
Yeah. because it's the wiring that's the left and right.
Okay. All right, rattle test. That's good. One down, one to go.
Make sure they work before we put them doors back together.
Oh, yeah. I get it. All right. It's so weird not to have doors. They're not working
At all?
No. I can only hear them in the back. That's weird. They should just work.
They should just plug and play.
Like speakers.
Brian's theory was that we had to hook the tweeters back up in order for the system to work because it wasn't relaying all of the electricity through the whole outlet. We tried that really quick and they ended up working.
Okay, that had me worried for a second. So we gotta put, so these gotta click back into the, is this one? Yeah. So see these tabs, these 3 tabs, it just clicks in. Yeah. Well, I got bad news. When we turned the music on earlier, it stopped the film, so it didn't show us putting the door back on. Well, let me line this one up.
We had everything back together, so it was time to clean it all up and then test the speakers out.
Okay. Can you want to sit in here and listen to these speakers real quick?
It was at this point that we tried the speakers. And again, copyrighted music, so I can't play it here. And I overall liked the difference in the speakers, but it wasn't upon playing this song that I noticed a huge difference. It was actually later in the day when my girlfriend wanted to test out the speakers, and she started playing random bands like Weezer and the Goo Goo Dolls. We sat in this car for 25 minutes straight, just blasting all these different songs and really enjoying them. I noticed all the difference in the highs, lows, and the bass. These speakers were far better than I expected, but it wasn't at this moment that I noticed that. But sitting in the car with my girlfriend, listening to music for 25 minutes straight was really a memory that I'm going to cherish for a while. It's little moments like those that make all these projects worth it, in my opinion. You take something old and you make it new, and not only do you have the moment afterwards where you get to share it with friends and enjoy it, but you got to enjoy the journey of putting it in. And that's why I do it, at least. This is the second time we've put speakers in a car, and both times it was pretty easy. Look it up and see if this is something that you could do for your car, because this might be a cheap upgrade that you could do for your car that brings some life and joy back to it. Well, that's it for now.